Hi there and welcome to our first video progress report for the CSIRO. I'm Greg and this is Lachlan. And we've been researching the ancient Inuit religion up here in the Arctic regions of Canada. Lachlan?
The Inuit group are a group of culturally similar Indigenous peoples inhabiting the Arctic regions of Greenland, Canada, the United States and Russia. Inuits today mainly speak Inuktitut in Canada and Kalisut in Greenland, the two prestige dialects of the two countries. The Inuits have traditionally been fishers and hunters. They still hunt whales, walrus, caribou, seal, narwhal, polar bears, muskoxen and birds.
The Inuits believed that every force of nature had spirit. They believed that all things could be controlled by these spirits. Traditionally, Inuits believe are a form of anism, according to which all objects and living things have a spirit. The belief is that all things happen through the involvement of some spirit. Spirits can affect people's lives, however they can also be controlled by magical charms and talismans. Various law was enforced to make sure animal spirits were not offended when animals are killed for resources. It's done according to certain rituals. Communal rites was the centre of preparation for the hunt, as this was the most important activity for survival in the hostile environment.
Many of the Inuit rituals revolved around hunting. During hunting, one of their chief rituals was to respect the animal before it was killed. Another ritual practiced by the Inuits is that an infant should be born in a hut, separate from the hut that is inhabited by the family. If this is not done, then the hut must be abandoned. After giving birth, the mother is then isolated. 8 days after the child is born, then the baby is given a baptism by the shaman. This gives the newly baptized child a protective spirit as well as the assigning of a name. The naming of a child is extremely important. Since the Eskimos gave newborns the names of recently deceased family members, this is believed to be a type of reincarnation where the qualities of the dead person is taken on by the newborn. In fact, if the newborn is unwanted, she may be killed within 8 days after birth, and it wouldn't be considered murder, provided that it is yet to still have a name.
Wow. You know, one of the main symbols, which is also seen as a place of worship or a sacred space, is a stone statue of a man-shaped rock. It's called the Inisuku. Other than that, the Inuits don't really have a particular place of worship. However, they do fear many places because they're afraid of a varied and irregular world from the one they already know, as well as the Inisku. Other of the main signs is the Eora, as you can see around us, this little green stuff. They believe the Eora is speaking to the deceased, and they believe the colours are spirits. They believe that their offspring are reincarnates of recently deceased family members. The Inuits don't really have a leader or a chief of their society. This was uncommon for most societies of their time, in the ancient time, in that area or religion or region. Although the Inuits have no official leader, they did have an unofficial respect of rankings throughout their tribe. For example, the eldest would be the most respected, and etc. The storyteller of the immediate community was highly regarded amongst the Inuits. He was known as the wisest and most respected man of the group, who would pass down old traditions and creation stories from generation to generation throughout the tribe. The Inuits lived in families which would consist of around 5 to 6 people. They were close families who would mourn desperately when a family member would pass away.
The environment in which the Inuit lived inspired a mythology filled with adventure and tales of whale and walrus hunts. Long winter months of waiting for caribou herds or sitting near breathing holes, hunting seals, giving birth to stories of mysteries and sudden appearance of ghosts and fantastic creatures. Each story was told and passed down verbally from generation to generation. Many stories of creation are related to hunting and catching food. The most respected person in the village would be the one to tell the stories. The stories also contributed to the law and religion and the main beliefs.
Wow. There isn't a scripted start to the religion, and there is no known calendar for the Inuits. However, the most sacred time of the year is when the polar bears hibernate. This is because the polar bears awaken from their hibernation, and it signifies there is food around, most likely seal. This is very crucial and sacred time for the Inuits. because hunting is a very vital part of the Inuit survival. Do you like seal, Lachlan?
I do like
It's
seal.
nice, isn't it?
Seal is
It's
good.
really good. It's cooked up in the cold weather and stuff like that.
The
Really.
Inuits have a great taste.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The Inuits did not possess a highly organised society. In fact, organisation in their society was almost non-existent. Eskimo tribes could not even be viewed as political entities, but instead can be seen as generalisation for geographical groups which shared similar languages and customs. The roles of the men and the women were very distinct, considering many taboos which weren't to be.
Well, that's our progress so far. We'll catch up with you next month for our next report in the ancient Inuit religion. Thank you and goodbye.